My name is Fennell Dorsonville. I teach 5th grade at PS20 John Bowne Elementary School in Queens.
My name is Cindy Fong. Of course, the kids in school call me Miss Mui. I'm a 5th grade teacher at PS83.
My name is Monique Scrub. I am an ESL instructor.
My name is Hussein Fassa. I'm a math teacher.
I'm Zachary Lombardi. This is my 5th year teaching here at PS29.
I remember the day Mr. Dorsonville walked into PS20 and this gentleman came to my classroom and he's like, I'm the substitute teacher for today. And he was so nervous. But as soon as I saw him in action, I was like, he's got it. He's magnificent. He was nervous, but I just looked at him. He looked at me, I was like, you got this. I was like, you're awesome. I'm like, this is your first day on the job? And he was like, yeah.
It's like a breath of fresh air, you know? You walk into a classroom and you see somebody who's just so passionate about his craft and so engaged in making sure that the kids are learning but also having fun while they're learning, and that he's building leadership qualities with his students in the classroom.
I want my students to have a voice, first and foremost. I don't want to run my classroom like a dictatorship. I don't want my kids to be scared of me, although I do want them to respect me. I want them to be able to be themselves, but also have self-control to know when, okay, you need to, chill, relax, let's do what we gotta do.
He makes learning very entertaining by relating things to real life, so we're more ready for the outside world. This is a school win. I was actually surprised when I was looking up the history of this award. I didn't see anybody from our school, and I just felt like, I have learned a lot from teachers in this school. There are a lot of great teachers in this school. And I just kind of feel like you learn a little bit from everyone and you kind of put it all together to make it your own.
Cindy, you're a superwoman, you're a super teacher. We cannot imagine how we can work like her. She's this great teacher. I think she influenced her kids in every single way, academically, socially, emotionally. She's like the most caring person.
She doesn't even live in the community, but she has always dedicated her time and her energy into our community.
What happens if you have different amounts, right? I integrate the community involvement into my teaching by extending the learning beyond the classroom. So if we've been learning about habitats and the environments and energies, then what I do is that I wanted to extend the learning by maybe having a garden, knowing the fact that my school would benefit having a garden so that it can extend the learning and beyond the classroom.
She started a garden, which is so impressive. Like I said, I don't know how she does that. She has a wagon all the way from Brooklyn with flower pots and soil and everything. And she spends after school hours planting with her kids. It's all for the kids, a full, whole student learning experience. She makes it fun for them.
I adore you. I'm so lucky and blessed to have come across you, blessed to have you as a teacher, mentor, and a woman for my daughter to look up to. You are outstanding and you are deserving of all things wonderful in the world.
Ms. Scrub is a very innovative teacher. She's very passionate about what she does. She really is a teacher who plans to see how she can make the learning experience for each of her students as great as they want it to be.
So one of the big initiatives that she had last year, they wanted to do a trip to Washington, D.C. And when she first came to me and she wanted to do the trip, I said, Ms. Scrub, we really have to make sure that we have the finances that we can ensure that our students are able to go to Washington, D.C. It really touched me because she kept coming back, Ms. Garrett, we have to get this done. We have to get this done.
Whatever is in my power to help my student today in helping them to advocate for themselves, I try my best to do that for them, to help them in whatever shape or form. Yes, there are those challenges that are out of my hands. Those challenges, those parts, they tug at me.
But she was one of those people behind the scenes pushing the bus forward to make sure that students actually got a chance. So on the day that they had the chance to go to Washington, D.C., they were sending these wonderful pictures from all over the place. And it really touched me because I was like, this is the passion that I want to see in all of my teachers, making sure that they're supporting students not just in the classroom, but making sure some of those things that they cannot have access to, that they allow them to have access to. And then September came and she was back once again with the same thing. So it's just, those are the things that really make me smile, because it shows me that she really cares about the needs of her students.
Mr. Fossa has brought a spirit of service to the MS-244 community. He's been an integral part of our math department, of our technology initiatives. He has also been instrumental in working with our students, their parents, and really being a team player. Since he's been here, it's been about engaging student in his passion, which is math. He loves math, and he gets students to love it just as much as he does.
So you're going to design several shapes. You're going to design square parts.
Professionally, I think that he teaches really well. Like his pedagogy and his approaches to teaching and to learning, I think, are really great.
He just opened so many doors for me. Like, he nominates students every year to like the Oliver Scholars Program, which is a program that helps you with like getting you into independent schools, boarding schools, and he just sees the potential in everyone. He just really wants you to put your best foot forward and produce your best work. And so he did that for me, and like I feel like if it wasn't for him nominating me and just like trusting me and having that confidence in me that I didn't have yet at that point, then I wouldn't be where I am now, because he like gave me the skill set but also the confidence to be like, I can use this in my further education.
I made a bet with him. I said, listen, if more than half of you can get into competitive schools in New York City, I will grow my beard and dye it pink. Nearly all of them got into a competitive high school.
When we all got into like really good high schools in 8th grade year, he like painted his beard pink because he promised, he was like, if you guys get into really good schools, I'll paint my beard pink, and he did.
That to me was, it was just such a great thing. Such a great feeling to see these kids go off, and now they're going to go to college, and I still hear from all of them, so it's perfect. It's a real honor being amongst such a tremendous group of people, highlighting the tremendous work that we do in the public school system in New York City. We do some amazing work, and it's really great to be in a fellowship with other teachers who are innovators in their field, who are pushing the envelope. And I just, I look forward to getting together with them and learning from them.
I've been principal of PS 29 for 6 years. Mr. Lombardi was my very first hire. I felt that it was important to bring in a dynamic personality who I knew could really bring out the creativity in some of the children.
This year we're going to go in there as a class and like curate it.
And what he did was he brought the color, he brought the pizzazz, he brought the understanding of iteration and of process. And he built his art program around what the classroom teachers were doing at the time.
Imagine if we had a whole bunch of them and they were on the ceiling.
My son had a really great experience with Mr. Lombardi. He was his art teacher, but I feel like he became more to him than that. Like, he was someone he trusted and he went to when he had problems, and felt like it was someone who would stand up for him. And every time we come to school events now for my daughter, like, he comes with us and is the first teacher he has to find.
I used to get so worried about this perfect situation, right? Like a perfect studio where I have everything I need and 2 sinks and a printer and a wheel for clay, and then I'll be this great art teacher. And it was kind of like, I look at the stuff we did like right in the beginning of my career, and it was like, did some really cool stuff and made a lot of memories. And I still know some of those kids that I had the first few years I was teaching, and they're like, they had a great time and we learned a lot. And I was like, all stress for no reason. It was fun. Like, because you just got to show up. Like, you got to show up and keep making stuff, and show up for the kids and show up for yourself, and then it just comes together.
You send your kids out into the world, and like, they're able to still find people that genuinely care about them and care about their well-being. It's amazing.